Hey team, it's Wellness Wednesday, and for those of you who have been following my journey, I am in the process of trying out routines and reflecting on routines to see if building a routine could be something that could support my mental, physical, and emotional wellness. More on that later. I'm currently in the process of following my brother-in-law's routine, and I will be checking in at the end of my month, having done his routine, to let you all know how it's going, or how it's not going. Anyway, so a lot of you have been asking for my skincare routine, and like, I just want to say, just kidding, nobody's been asking for my skincare routine. My sister asked me for my skincare routine, and this is the only routine that I actually stick to in my life. I got into skincare a few years ago or so, like every other millennial in the world, and decided that it was something that I needed to explore and mostly just consume. All of a sudden everyone's like, you need like 8 different steps and like all these different products, and so I was like, cool, yes, I'm gonna do that, thank you. Today I'm going to walk you through what a night in my skincare world could look like. I will say, I know absolutely nothing about skincare. Vogue always makes it seem like going to bed is the most glamorous thing in the world, and for me it's like the frumpiest time of my day. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so all my lack of knowledge aside, I'm gonna just show you what I have learned and come to in my own life. In no way should you feel that this is something that you need to adopt or get into. So here we go. First things first, I'm wearing a little bit of makeup. I know it's hard to tell. So I am going to double cleanse. When I do wear makeup, I double cleanse. When I don't, I single cleanse. Starting off, wiping off my makeup with one of these reusable microfiber cloths, which I actually really like. I have learned though that this is not a complete solution to removing makeup. You really do need to get in there. This is just a nice first sweep. And this is everything I just took off. How gratifying. So then I go in and double cleanse. Well, I do the first stage of double cleansing. My understanding is the first line of attack is an oil cleanser, which I don't know much about anything, and I especially don't know anything about this. What I visualize is that the oils in my oil cleanser are going to bind to the oils in my makeup and help soften it and release it from my face. That could be false. So you massage on a dry face. That's weird to me, but I do it. We're gonna do it for 30 to 60 seconds. Very specific. Oh my God. I will also say I hate the feeling of water running down my arms. It is literally one of the worst sensations I can think of. Down my arms and down my neck. I dislike that sensation so much that there are months that I just like won't even do my skincare routine. I'm gently going in on my eyes. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I do it because usually I have mascara on and I need help breaking that bad boy up. I'm way cuter in my mirror than I am on the screen. I'm just gonna say it right now. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. It's down my arms. Oh my God. Okay. So that's phase 1. Phase 2 is going in with the actual cleanser, your other cleanser. I have not really found a cleanser that's like, this is my cleanser. I use it all the time. I'm still kind of searching for something that will work for me. And right now I'm using this one, which I really like actually. It's Greek. It's made with Greek yogurt. This is gonna be happening a lot, so just get used to it, it's fine. And then I also use a facial vibrator. It is called a PMD, but it's essentially just like a vibrator for your face. Because this is a foaming cleanser, I just put it in the middle of my facial vibrator. I don't know the mechanics of this and like how it actually is meant to work. What I think is happening is the vibration of the bristles is getting all up into my pores and helping suss things out. My routine changes daily because every day has a different focus. That is my skincare routine. There are definitely things that are like a constant. Like cleansing is always in my routine, as is toner and moisturizing. And what I will kind of swap in and out would be like masks or exfoliating and serums. To give you all a better sense of what all is in my routine, I'm gonna be incorporating a little bit of everything. Okay, it's time to move on to the next stop. So next I'm gonna be exfoliating. I tend to mostly use a chemical exfoliant by Glossier. You all know how I feel about Glossier at this point. As much as I love a natural look, I do not understand the hype behind Glossier. Why would you spend money on a product that's just gonna make you look exactly the same without one? I was really hesitant to get into chemical exfoliants because it just sounds like something you do not want to be putting on your skin. I watched a Glossier skincare review by Susan Yara of Mixed Makeup. It was really funny because she was just like, if you've never used a chemical exfoliant before and you're nervous about entering into this world, this could be good for you because there's like nothing in it. She didn't say it like that. I think she probably said it a lot more civil and nice. I'm not gonna use it today because I am already gonna be putting something else on my face that may just be like a lot. What I am gonna be using today is this homemade exfoliant that my sister made for me. It is essentially just oatmeal and lavender that's been pulverized. So I am gonna rinse my face a little bit to help it kind of bind to my skin. This is what I don't like about skincare, is that you're constantly wetting your face and it's just so annoying. And then you take a little bit of this in your palm. It's dry, so I'm gonna need to wet it. This is definitely something you can make for yourself at home. I love it. I love the smell of oatmeal. It reminds me of when I was a child and I had the chicken pox and my mom would put me in oatmeal baths. I would love to say that like this time of the night is this very serene, intentional moment for me where I'm like connecting to my body and like using essential oil diffusers or like lighting some Palo Santo. Like, no, it's not. If anything, sometimes like my skincare routine is this thing that I just kind of push through because I'm like, oh God, I have to do it, you know? Or I should do it. I've kind of lost the joy in doing it. Oh, I cannot. Yes. Now to the good stuff, the main event of the evening. Tonight is a mask night. I usually use, and have been using for years, this Aztec clay mask, which I really like. You either love it or you hate it, and most people I know hate it. It uses bentonite clay, which I have learned is more drying. So if you have dry skin, I would not recommend this mask for you because it just sucks all the moisture from your skin. And I do have dry skin and yet I still use it. It is something that I also use sometimes as a spot treatment. But this is a little bit more tedious to work with, I've found, and a bit cumbersome. You have to like mix everything together and then you gotta put it on and then taking it off. Like, you might as well just hop in the shower. It just takes so much time to take off. You're just like living in the sink at this point. And for someone who hates the sensation of water running down your arms, it's really just not a very fun experience. But I do still like it. I still believe in its properties and whatever. What I am going to use today and what I've been leaning more into recently is this mask. It's a kaolin mask. I think that's what it's called. Is it kaolin? It's a different kind of clay that I think would be better for folks with dry skin than a bentonite clay mask because it's not as drying. I love it. I love this mask. I have used it a few times now. I got it for Miss and love the way it makes my skin feel. I know that we're not supposed to be touching our faces these days, but literally every time I use this mask, I'm just like, you know, it's amazing. I feel like a child. Look at that. Can you see it? It's just like whipped and amazing. It doesn't smell like my favorite scent in the world, but I'm okay with it. With the clay mask, the Aztec clay mask, my qualms with it is that I really never know how it's gonna make me feel. There are days that I'll put it on and just like nothing will happen. And then there are days that I'll put it on and I look like I'm having a full-fledged allergic reaction. And then there are days that I'm putting it on and my skin is like itching and burning. I just never know really what all is gonna be going down. And I know that like a lot of people I've used the Astrea clay mask with have expressed like just how they don't like that it hardens on their face. So this I think is a good alternative and I'm really enjoying it. You don't need to leave this on for that long. You only need to leave it on for like 15 minutes, I believe. And I'd love to tell you that like during those 15 minutes, I am meditating or like doing a foot bath. Sometimes I am. Mostly I'm just like on my phone, looking through Instagram, taking a BuzzFeed quiz to find out what kind of sandwich I am. So I'm gonna hang out for 15 minutes. I'll be back with a clean, fresh new face. So halfway through that, I had to literally take my shirt off because I am a mess. Toner. I don't know what it does. I genuinely do not know why I use toner and if it actually serves me. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's doing something. I let my hair down because it was just not participating when it was up, so might as well. And I'm nearly done. I'm gonna finish up here with some serum. I have a handful of serums, one of which I picked out for myself. I subscribe to CosBox, so they send me skincare products from time to time, which I don't really want or need, but I'm okay with it. So one that they've sent me is, I think, a vitamin C serum. I also have Glossier's Super Glow. It's another vitamin C serum. Most of my serums, I have no idea if they're doing anything for me. Or if they're harming me in any way. I am gonna use a hyaluronic acid. This I think is more for hydrating your skin, and because I kind of went in with a clay mask, I want to add in a bit more moisture to my skin. I will usually use a couple of serums at a time, but I'm actually gonna use one of my sisters. She made this serum. I need to ask her what's in it, and then I can let you all know. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Started with the kiss, in the name of love. I look way cuter in this mirror than I do on this camera. What is that about? I'm like out here like, I don't look like this usually. I'm like some bronze in this mirror. I'm washed out in this. Nearing the end here, folks. Last steps are hydrating. So I have been using this product for years. It's one of the very few products, probably one of two, that has been a constant in my skincare life. I find it super hydrating. A little goes a long way. Put it all up in your skin, on your neck. I definitely don't stick to this skincare routine when I'm traveling. My skincare routine is just like taking a shower. The last step is this overnight mask. I will only use this after I've done a mask because I mostly feel that my skin just needs extra hydration. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and then bring it up, all up in there, you know? A little bit of this. That's my skincare routine. It's not perfect, but it is the only routine I have in my life. I hope that you enjoyed learning a little bit about how I take care of my skin. If you have questions, Google them because I don't have the answers per se, but I can definitely do my best to answer any questions you may have about my products, about my routine. I hope that you have such a lovely evening. Thank you for getting ready to go to bed with me. As per usual, like, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all next week when I'll tell you a little bit more about how I'm doing with my January productivity routine challenge. So until then, have a great night.